What is good, everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name is Paul and I make videos about sneakers whenever I get a pickup or something to do with Japanese sneaker culture that I want to talk about. And I also do content about life in Japan as a long-term foreign resident. I've been here for 18 years. So the Japan resident stuff is very regular. The sneaker stuff is, whenever something comes up. So if you're interested in either one of those two types of content, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button to get the content out to a greater YouTube audience. Today I have, first of all, I'm in a hotel room. I'm on a short business trip, and that's why I'm filming in this kind of strange place. But I just couldn't wait to open up this pickup. It was on my doorstep when I got home from work today, before I left on my trip. So I just threw it in the car and brought it along because I didn't want to wait. I wanted to open this up and really get to see what's inside. I'm really excited about this one. From the photos and what little description I've managed to glean about this product has me really excited to see what's inside with all the details that apparently come with this particular pair of shoes. And I also picked up apparel to go along with it, which is not something I usually do. I don't usually buy apparel or do apparel opening on this channel, but it matches with the shoes, and so that's why I've got it here. The deliveries both came together. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the shoes. I know that by starting with the shoes, you probably won't watch the video until the end because this is the more interesting part. I should really do it in the reverse order. I don't care. I want to see these first. And inside we have the Eastside Golf collaboration with Jordan brand, and right out of the gate I was looking forward to this. I was looking forward to this special box. It's got this plastic overlay on it, so I mean they went pretty premium looking just to do all these extra changes. Every kind of change like this, different box, plastic over the top, makes it a lot more fun for me to own a pair of shoes like this. Well, first of all, it's kind of a niche market because it is a golf shoe. It's a collaboration between Jordan brand and Eastside Golf. And Eastside Golf is apparently a shop that was created in Detroit, and the whole mission statement of the business is to try to make golf appealing to non-golfers and like youth who might get into the sport. So it's basically a lifestyle brand that's trying to appeal to a new audience and bring a new audience into the game of golf, which I think is pretty cool. I grew up playing golf all my life. I bought these because I mean them to be a functional pair of golf shoes that I'm going to wear on the course. Now, it's not a hyped shoe, as I said, and part of it's the golf thing, but also part of it's the fact that it's a Jordan 12. And Jordan 12 is, it's not like the Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s that have had a lot more hype recently. And especially in Japan, Jordan 12 is not a silhouette that you see very often. It's not very popular, especially compared to the States. Like, what the Japanese sneakerheads and Japanese sneaker consumers like is definitely different than the US. And I've talked a little bit about this before, but while Jordan 1s and Jordan 4s are enjoying hype in Japan like they are everywhere else, other silhouettes, for example, the Jordan 11 even, is not nearly as big in Japan as it is in the States. For example, 2 years ago, the Jubilees, and last year, the Cool Grays that dropped around the holiday season, they sat for a long time. Both pairs did. And the Cherry 11s that are coming out this year, I haven't gotten any sense that they're going to be a very big deal in Japan either. So this Jordan 12, definitely not a hype silhouette in Japan, and so I had no trouble getting my hands on these. There's no resale on them at all. I think if I sold them for resale, I might make my money back, maybe, but I'm not planning on selling these. And that's just cool. It's kind of like an old-timey 1920s like watercolor. It's really like a throwback look. My grandfather had artwork like this in his rec room, the basement of his house. He was a golfer too, and he had pieces that looked a lot like this box, which that's pretty cool. I like that retro look. Okay, So we got some sand trap sand, and around the inside of the box, you see there that it's got the turf, it's got the grass. Details, man, details. And inside we have the shoe. Okay. I'm digging this. All right. Nice colorway. And I'll tell you what, I had those silver Jordan 12s. What were they called? The Phantom or whatever. I ended up actually returning them to Nike because I just was unimpressed with the materials. But this is immediately softer. Like, this is a completely different leather than what was used on those. So that's a good sign right off the bat that we, at least with this collaboration, we have a higher quality Jordan 12. Even the sort of mudguard, these pieces of leather here, it's not plasticky, or not as plasticky as the other one was. So nice. This is much more like soft, pliable, tumbled leather. It doesn't feel like the synthetic on that last pair of 12s that I picked up and returned. I couldn't imagine that I would enjoy wearing something that felt as cheap and plasticky. And we have a hang tag, which is not a normal feature on a Jordan 12, but instead of the Jumpman, it is the Eastside Golf sort of mascot character on the tongue, which also has a very plush feel to it. Is that same, rather than a Jumpman or any kind of other branding, it's got the Eastside Golf dude on there too. Nice. And inside, the insoles. The insoles themselves are a green grass pattern, and under this, the forefoot and the heel, inside that kind of clear plastic is also grass, the turf of the golf course. They really thought about this. This is really well put together, and I think this is actually worthy of being a little more hyped than they actually are. Again, I guess if you're not a golfer and you're not a big Jordan 12 fan, these are not really for you, but I think the colorway, this is going to be great on the course. I mean, it's going to go with pretty much anything I can imagine that I would have on. That is just a beautiful pair of shoes. I'm not going to lie. These are going to look great on feet on the golf course. I might end up wearing them not for golf even. That's the cool thing about golf shoes these days. They're no longer like spikes like they were when I was a kid. They actually had the physical spikes on there. Cop or drop? Is this something that you think is cool? Did you pick up a pair yourself? Let us know in the comments what you think about these. I'm just going to give the final verdict, and that is the quality is much better than expected. I was actually afraid that I was going to be disappointed by these once I pulled them out of the box. Like, I thought they looked good in photos, but I was afraid that when I actually opened up the box, I was going to kind of pick them up and think, ooh, I don't know about that. But that's not the case. That is not the case. Primo. Well done, Eastside Golf, and well done, Jordan Brand, on this collaboration. I think you knocked it out of the park, or more appropriately, got a hole in one. Nicely done. Let us know what you think of the pickup. Good looking pair of shoes, something you'd be interested in. Again, the quality is on point, and just the extra effort that went into the collaboration, I think, makes them an absolute cop for me. And yeah, there it is. Thank you for watching this video, and like, subscribe, do all those great things. But again, thanks for watching this particular video, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.